NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the five for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. The guard set is Quickly and Barrett. And it's Dick in at the three. And for Atlanta, in the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Rizachet in at the small forward position. Greg, midway into this season, sometimes a team can get hot and turn it on.
Here we go.
What are some of the causes of that?
You know, often teams can reach that tipping point with how they play. It all comes together in a hurry, and they make a run. But that's the exception, Kevin, not the rule.
Now here's Barnes. Pass to Dick. Pirtle trying to get open. Dick can't get it to go. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
You have got to be a low mistake team in today's NBA, because once those turnovers start piling up, you're giving your opponent too many extra looks.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Here's Okongwu. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And David Aldridge spoke with Quinn Snyder. David?
So we started to talk about R.J. Barrett. Coach complimented him, saying he's got great energy, a great build, and he knows how to score. So I'm telling the guys to stick to him like glue and just keep the pressure on. We'll see if that high-pressure defense can shut Barrett down tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here is Young after R.J. Barrett's miss. 6 to shoot. Over Quickly. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. In Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. From the baseline. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Johnson outside. Young outside. To the paint. Shoots. The shot by Okongwu. No good. Quickly against Young. Outside Barrett. He takes it in. Here's Pirtle. Pass to Dick. Now Quickly. And again, no good by Toronto. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now Young. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Johnson outside. The three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors, trailing by 2. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
A putback, and Johnson is right there. Johnson's got 5 now.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the blockout, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, for the Raptors, they just can't seem to find the mojo they need to move up the rankings. They've tinkered with their lineup, but so far they just keep getting the same results.
Now, here's Quickly. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. They need this one. Barnes passes to Barrett. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
Boy, R.J. Barrett has worked so hard to become a consistent three-point shooter. Go ahead, R.J., put in the work.
Pass to Young. Now, Reza Shea. Here's Okongwu. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Jakob Poeltl. And the defense of this Raptors team, Craig, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
And that one falls for Okongwu. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Quickly against Young. Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Well, that's coming with force. R.J. Barrett, nothing you can do to stop that.
The Hawks leading. Pass to Reza Shea. Barnes against Johnson. Now, here is Young. 5 on the clock. On the wing, Daniels. Lets it go with a 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
An excellent ball movement. Young being unselfish.
Raptors trail by 4. Now, here's Barrett. He's got 5. Pass to Poeltl. Back to Barrett. A shake. And the shot goes in. Barrett's got 7 points in the game.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And here is Okongwu. 9 points last game.
Very hard to get a shot off over Jakob Poeltl when he's that tight on you. Too much size, too much length.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Johnson, the pass to Young. Clock at 6. Here's Reza Shea. No scoring in this one.
This guy works so hard on the defensive end. Scotty Barnes committed to contesting and altering shots.
Quickly, it's good. This game is all even.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Atlanta's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Young outside. Back to Johnson. Daniels with it. 20 points for him last game against Detroit.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
Reza Shea with it. Tick defending.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
The Hawks shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Levert's checked in for Rizachet. And Toronto also making a switch. Walters checked in. Pass to Levert. On the wing, Daniels. Okongwu with a screen on Barrett. Daniels finds himself wide open and drills it. Daniels has got 5. And so quickly will bring it up for Toronto. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
The Hawks trail by 3. Pass to Daniels. Young against Quickly. Johnson left side. Now Young. Hasn't made one yet. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Raptors leading by 3. Barrett kicks to Quickly. Here's Pirtle. He's guarded by Johnson. Pirtle, the pass to Barnes. Misses the 3. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And he knocks down the first one. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Doris, what this team likes about Jakob Poeltl, the combination of 7-foot size and great skill.
You know what, Kevin, to me, this young man has a nuanced understanding of the game. He sees the floor, so that means at his size, he can make on-time and on-target passes. He's a very capable rebounder and defender. There's just a lot to like about his game.
Now, here's Barrett. Jalen Johnson missing his last shot. Barnes against Levert. Young with no one around. Pass to Daniels. Okongwu with a screen on Barrett. Second shot opportunity. And there's the nice layup by Okongwu. Okongwu's now got 6.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Barrett. He's covered by Daniels. Onside, Barrett. Doubled by Okongwu. 4 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Walter can't get it to go.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now here's Johnson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Scotty Barnes picks one up. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams will make substitutions. Let's see some of the numbers here for Trae Young.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And that one falls for Johnson. So Johnson hits 2 of them. Toronto's gone 4 of 6 from long range here early on. Here's Shed. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Pass to man. And here is Johnson over Robinson. Atlanta again missing.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Shed. Back to quickly. And it's blocked. Here's LeVert. And Boucher sends it back. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Reza Shea, he's checked in for Atlanta. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You know, you have to use the bounce pass in that instance to make the catch easier.
And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
The free throw drops for Reza Shea. Toronto trailing. Here's Shed. Scoreless thus far. Takes it inside to the wing right side. Boucher passes to quickly. Just 5 on the clock. Will it go? LeVert grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Wasted no time on that one. And now a 5-point Hawks lead.
This guy's such a good all-around player. Karis LeVert sharpening his court awareness and finding his open teammates.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Atlanta making a switch here. Nance is checked in. And let's quickly check in on the season's top rookie rebounders so far. 5th, Zachary Reza Shea.
And, you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
Here's Shed. In the corner, it's Boucher. And the Raptors miss again. Atlanta leading by 5. LeVert in the corner. Shoots the three. Rebound by the Raptors. Last time they met was in Toronto.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
I think sometimes the bench can make or break you in a particular game, and that was a total team effort, no question.
Now here's LeVert. Still without a basket. Rizachet with it. That one drops for him. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
And the Raptors with the ball. 43 seconds left in the first. Here's quickly. And there's the drive. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
For the three. Nailed from three-point land. Quickly's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Raptors. Atlanta leading by 4. Now Rizachet. He has 5. Pass to Capella. High arcing shot. Robinson pulls it in. And here's quickly for 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Atlanta as they end the first quarter on a 12-3 run. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. They've got Robinson. Walter out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Grady Dick. And it's Shed in at the point. Man with it. Dick defending. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Here's Man. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Inside. Stolen by Robinson. Shoots. Dick can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 4. And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Well, Nance diving to the cup. Give him the basketball. Let him use that athleticism.
Raptors trail by 6. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Robinson a screen on LeVert. Pass to Robinson. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the game right now. That one misses for Robinson. Atlanta leading by 4. Three-pointer. And it's Ricochet missing. Toronto's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Pass to Shed. And he comes up with the deuce. And so LeVert will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Out to the wing. Here's Ricochet. He has 5. And then slams it in.
What I love about Larry Nance Jr. is he doesn't need the ball to be effective, but when he does get the ball, he shoots with high percentage.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Shed. LeVert defending. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. 6 points for Grady Dick.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Now here's LeVert. Nothing on the board. Man can't hit.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Dick. Capella covering. Back to Dick. 6 on the shot clock. Over to the left wing. Walter. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Hawks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Pass to Man. To the middle. Capella, the pass to Nance. Ricochet with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Hawks making a change here. Buffkin's checked in. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Shed. Here's Walter. Defended by Man. 5 to shoot. Back to Temple. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Hey, Doris, how about Terrence Mann starting on a loaded Clippers team?
Think about this, Kevin. You're joined in the starting lineup by 3 future Hall of Famers in Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden. And what I love about Terrence, he didn't look out of place. Gives you some sense of how capable this young man is fitting in around great players.
Here's Shed. Pass to Mobo. Here's Boucher, and Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Here's Temple. A 3 off the inbound. And again, Toronto no up. Young looking around. Now here's LeVert. Back to Young. The layup missed.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Shed. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Stolen away. Here's Temple. Stolen by LeVert. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. A pull-up. Boucher with the rebound. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Hawks have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Young outside. It's intercepted. Fast break Toronto. Here's Shed. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And so it's Atlanta with it. LeVert the pass to Young. Okongwu with the screen for Young. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Oh, crafty move there by Young, finessing his way around the contact.
Here's Shed. Pass to Boucher. Down low. Here's Mobo. Shot clock at 5. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Launches a 3. Temple can't get it to go. Hawks have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. LeVert with a wide open look. Drops in the tray. And it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
Boy, the confidence level you can see in Karis LeVert to catch and shoot. It hits his fingertips and he's ready to roll.
Here's Mobo. Here's Shed. Pass to Boucher. Here's Temple, and Capella sends it back. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Atlanta making some changes. Jalen Johnson's checked in for Capella. Reza Shea is coming in for Mann. And Daniels subbed in for LeVert. Pass to Reza Shea. To the inside. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Reza Shea. Reza Shea's got his 4th assist in this one. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. 6-point game. And here is Quickly. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Quickly's got 11.
Listen, if you give Emmanuel Quickly a look from 3, there's never hesitation.
Pass to Reza Shea. Johnson with it. To the middle. Here's Okongwu. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Quickly the pass to Barnes. Now Barrett deflects the pass. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. That one goes. Count it. He's got 12.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Raptors trail by 5. Pass to Quickly. Barnes outside. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here is Daniels. Quickly covering. Here's Okongwu. Pass to Young. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Driving inside. Quickly. Dick passes to Quickly. Barnes outside. Now Barrett defended by Young. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blown. Doris, something R.J. Barrett can do well is put stress on that defense with his three-point shooting.
Well, he's a little bit of a streaky shooter, Kevin, but it never affects his confidence. This guy just keeps coming at you and keeps believing in himself. Historically, his shooting gets better over the course of a season.
And that one falls for Barrett.
I think one of the things I most admire about R.J. Barrett's game, he can do a little bit of everything. He can score it, board it, pass it at a high level. This young man can play the game.
He's off on the second. Atlanta leading by 4. From the stripe. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Young's got his second basket of the game.
Really clever with the basketball. Young's so advanced offensively. Excellent pull-up jumper there.
Quickly against Okongwu. Barrett kicks to Barnes. Down low. Here's Pirtle. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Now, Reza Shea. He has 7. With the floater, it's rebounded by Barrett.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Hawks have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice, efficient 50%. Young outside. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Raptors trail by 4. And here is Quickly. He's got 11. Pass to Barnes. That one doesn't drop. Johnson with some nice D. Atlanta's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here is Daniels. Barrett covering. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The third turnover of the quarter, and he has got to value that basketball more.
Toronto's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Quickly finds Dick. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half.
IQ is fearless, baby. Absorbs the foul and continues on his way.
Raptors have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
A free throw drops for Quickly.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And Quickly drops them both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Johnson outside. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. The shot by Okongwu, no good.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Pass to Barrett. And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And Toronto turns it over again.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
3 from the inbound. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's Atlanta. They lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Hey folks, welcome. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves here in a close one at the half.
They've done a lot of things well, but I look at the second chance points. That's where they're doing the most damage, guys.
Comes down to 1-2. Right now, they wanted more.
New topic. Fellas, we've got a number of strong contenders for this year's three-point contest.
I hope we get to see all of these guys expand the field if you have to.
Yeah, just get a center or a power forward in there. The game has evolved. Us big guys need representation.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Nice performance by Emmanuel quickly.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They lead by 4. The front court is Rizachet and Johnson. Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the Hawks 5.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Barrett, no good. The Hawks leading by 6. Daniels dishes to Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists tonight.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now, here's Barrett. To the paint, here's Pirtle. Yep, that one goes. Pirtle's got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, you see Jakob Pirtle powering through the contact. Use that size, young sir.
Here is Daniels, quickly covering. Back to Johnson from deep. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pirtle's got 9 rebounds now tonight. It's Barrett on the wing. Driving in. Atlanta with the rebound. 90 seconds now into the second half. On the wing, Daniels lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Barnes has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Quickly finds Barrett. Barnes down low. Covered by Johnson.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Pass to Young. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. And the timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
And taking a look at some stats here for Daniels. His last 10 games, first in steals, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. Now, here's Quickly. 13 points in the game. Back to Pirtle. Lets it go from deep. And it's Rizichet with the rebound.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
Raptors trail by 8. Barnes with it, and Young picks him up defensively. The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA. He had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap.
Barnes hits them both. Hey, Doris, how has Scotty Barnes advanced his game since being named Rookie of the Year back in 2022?
Well, all the physical skills are there for him. Tremendous athlete, cross-positional defensively. I think what happens for young players is they start to read the progressions of the game more quickly. Now you can put the ball in his hands, let him be a decision maker. This guy is a stat stuffer.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Quickly looking it over. Pass to Barrett. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Atlanta leading by 9. Here's Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his 4th assist in this one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now, here's Barrett. 13 points in the game. Birtle sets the pick for Barrett. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, the contact on Pirtle, pretty clear there. The big man getting tough and gets the call.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
No good on the free throw.
Well, Jakob Pirtle, guys, may not be a stretch big, but what he does well is virtually everything else. He boards it. He plays incredible D, and he's a very good passer.
And he's good on the second. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Quickly against Young. Beyond the arc. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Young against Quickly. Pirtle with a screen on Young. Down low. Rebound, Atlanta. Johnson's got 7 rebounds in the game.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Hits the three-point bomb.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
Johnson finds LeVert. Okongwu with the screen for LeVert. Over Barrett, and it's LeVert missing. Raptors trail by 10. Here's Barnes. Rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Barrett with the ball. He's picked up by LeVert. It's stolen by Johnson. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And Reza Shea, the bucket on the assist by Johnson. And that's 12 points for Reza Shea. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Atlanta.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And so here's Toronto after the basket by Atlanta. It's LeVert on the wing. Pass to Reza Shea. There's the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. Reza Shea's got the lead up to 14 now for the Hawks. And the Raptors with the ball. Now, here's Quickly. 13 points in the game. Barnes with it. Here's Barrett. Just 5 to shoot. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from LeVert. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
Okongwu, no good on the free throw. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dyson Daniels. Then for the Raptors, Chris Boucher comes in for Scotty Barnes. And it's Walter in for R.J. Barrett. To the paint. It's tipped. Now Reza Shea. 14 points for him. And the dunk by Capella.
And that's Capella getting rewarded for his effort on the glass. Love when that kind of hustle pays off.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Boucher. Sinks the three-pointer. Boucher's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, this is what Chris Boucher does. Loves to stretch the defense with his shooting ability.
LeVert against Quickly. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got 4 this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Quickly. 13 points in the game. To the middle. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. Third is Zachary Reza Shea.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league.
Mann's checked in for Atlanta. And the Raptors with the ball. Pass to Shed. And it's off from three-point range.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now here's LeVert. And here is Capella. Boucher with the rebound. Raptors trail by 15. And here is Quickly. To the right side. And taken away by Johnson. Fast break, the Hawks. Takes the three. Knocks down the three ball. Man's got 6.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Shed following the 3 by Atlanta. Pass to Pirtle. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
You love to see him powering through the contact to get the bucket and one. Pirtle with a show of some strength.
The Hawks making a switch here. Nance is checked in. So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Now, Pirtle, after Karis LeVert missed from long range. Pirtle sets the pick for Quickly. Rebounded by the Hawks.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down. You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And so Quickly will bring it up for the Raptors. They trail by 18. Pass to Boucher from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
LeVert from outside. They get the rebound. Capella, no good with the layup. Raptors trail by 18. Nance passes to Johnson. LeVert with it. Quickly covering. Johnson with a screen on Quickly. Quickly against LeVert. 6 to shoot. No good with the triple.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Shed, that's good.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
There's 1:59 left to play in the third. Now, here's LeVert. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And good that time. LeVert's got 5.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Here's Quickly. Karis LeVert making his last shot. Pass to Boucher. Here's Shed. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Poke loose. 3-on-3. And the jam by Larry Nance.
And that's Nance Jr.'s go-to move. This guy doesn't mess around when he gets that kind of position.
1:12 left in the third. And Pirtle has it in the corner. Off target from three-point range. The Hawks leading by 20. LeVert the pass to Nance. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Here's Shed. Tries again. Pirtle kicks to Quickly. Pass to Shed. Clock at 6. A 3-ball. Can't hit that one. Johnson with the defensive effort.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Oh, how about that emphatic putback by Chris Boucher?
Now, here's Johnson. He's got 21. And Boucher sends it back. LeVert the pass to Capella. Back to LeVert from past the arc. That one misses. Jalen Johnson, he's been the guy making things happen for Atlanta. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. We'll return shortly. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So for Toronto right now, we've got Walter, and it's Robinson in at the 5. Pass to Walter. Here's Abaji, defended by Mann. Outside Matthews. Now here's LeVert. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy. Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And the Hawks making a change here. Krejci's checked in. No one covering.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Pass to Mann. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. They set the pick. Here's Walter. Another shot. Here's Shed. This one for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And the Raptors making a change here. Garton's checked in. The Hawks leading by 12. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Pass to Krejci. And the 3-ball is good.
And he's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
And here are the Raptors now, following the 3 by Atlanta. Here's Mobo. Offensive rebound.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Pass to Capella. Dance in the high post. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And here is Capella, guarded by Robinson. LeVert inside the line. Mobo with the rebound. Raptors trail by 15. Here's Carton. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And so, LeVert will bring it up for the Hawks. Krejci, no good. The Raptors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Carton. And the Raptors miss again.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Nance outside. Capella, the pass to Mann. Here's Krejci. Looking for Nance, and he gets it there. Pass to LeVert. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately, Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Thanks, David. Offensive rebound. And it's Capella missing. Raptors trail by 15. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Mobo. Here's Shed, defended by Young. The three from Barnes. And again, no good by Toronto.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Three-pointer, LeVert. Alter pulls it in.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Misses from close range. Atlanta leading by 15. Young outside. Aston Yang fires the three. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Barnes has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Mobo. Can they get it? Barnes finds Robinson. Here's Shed. Here's Walter. It's good from long range. Walter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Young. The Raptors knocking down the tray. Buries it down low.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
Raptors trail by 14. Here's Shed. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Trae Young. First one falls for him. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for George Niang. Jalen Johnson comes in for Mann. Reza Shea, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Trae Young. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Hawks leading by 12. Daniels kicks to Okongwu. Pass to Capella. Over Robinson. And it's Capella missing. The Raptors have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Here's Walter. Covered by Johnson. And here's Barnes for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Daniels kicks to Okongwu. Pass to Capella. Reza Shea with it. Fires for 3. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his 2nd make since.
Raptors trail by 15. Here's Walter. Here's Shed. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
And the first one at the line is good. The Hawks making a switch here. Young's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Pass to Daniel. Over to the wing. A wide open look here for Okongwu. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 5 assists tonight. Now Barrett. Barnes left side. Shoots over Reza Shea. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Atlanta leading by 15. To the inside. Here's Daniels. And that one is hammered home.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
Toronto's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Outside, Barrett. Dick wide open. Drills the 3-pointer.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
Rizachet with it. Dick defending. Johnson sets the screen for Rizachet. Here's Daniels. Barrett covering. Johnson a wide open look. Again, the Hawks score.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And it's Barnes with the ball for Toronto. Hurdle with a screen on Johnson. Dick in the corner. Rizachet with the steal. Here's Johnson, and Johnson with the stop.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Shed following the bucket by the Hawks. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, I know he doesn't have to get too high to slam it home, but it doesn't take away from the force and the message sent on the dunk.
So it's the Hawks now. It's a 16-point game. Here's Johnson. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Barnes. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And the Raptors making a change here. Quickly's checked in. Barnes passes to Dick. And the dunk by Pirtle. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 18 rebounds.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Pirtle. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
The Hawks leading by 14. And here's Young. Now, here's Okongwu. Pass to Rizachet. Back to Okongwu. 2 points. That one goes. And the Hawks lead by 16.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jalen Johnson.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where anybody had to put his foot down. And even though there were other more probable candidates, he's been the one to take over that leadership role. Here's Rizachet. Okongwu with the screen for Rizachet. Sinks that one from the post. Rizachet has got 12 points in just the second half.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And the Raptors with the ball after the basket by Atlanta. They're at the pass to Pirtle. To the paint. Here's Dick. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Hawks leading by 16. Young dishes to Daniels. Back to Young. Here is Daniels. Barrett covering. Shot clock at 6. Launches it. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Atlanta.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Johnson.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Reza Shea with it. Tick defending. And the basket by Johnson.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Here's Quickly. And again, unable to change momentum here. And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Bufkin. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Trey, leadership is such a key part of that point guard position, so what do you focus on with that?
I'm a big guy and good in team chemistry, so any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry, and I think that's where it starts off the court, because that translates on.
Yeah, you guys look like a tight-knit group right now, man. Congrats on the win. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jalen Johnson.